Hey everybody, what's up? It's Josh coming to you live with another Barefoot shoe review. And today we have a brand new company to the Barefoot shoe market with a one-of-a-kind product that has no competition really, with that has all of the elements that this particular shoe has. So you're going to want to check it out. If you're into any of those elements, you're going to want to hear about this, all right? Before we jump into the review though, hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify, like, subscribe, notify so that you catch my videos right when they come out. And secondly, you're going to want to follow me on Instagram at Barefoot Shoe Josh. Barefoot Shoe Josh on Instagram. I do more detailed reviews there than what I do here on YouTube, and plus cool pics of barefoot shoes on your Instagram feed. All right, so let's jump into the review now. As I mentioned, it's a new company. You've probably never heard of it. It's Bahe. Bahe. B-A-H-E with a little accent mark over the E. Bahe, and the model is the Revive. The Bahe Revive. Check it out. Woo! Now, what's unique about this shoe? I just mentioned they do something that nobody else does. This is a barefoot grounded running shoe. So if you're into grounding or earthing, you're into barefoot shoes, you're into running, this is your one option in the world. Check it out, man. Grounded barefoot running shoes. So what does grounded mean? What does barefoot mean? We'll get into all those things in just a second. But real quick, since you've probably never heard of the company, Bahe, they were just founded in 2023. They did their first big production run at the very end of 2023, founded by two people. Ikson Barwad, who is a running enthusiast and a quote-unquote tinkerer, and then Alex Ward, who is actually a footwear designer. So why is the company named Bahe? What does that mean? It's the Hindi word for flow. Why did they name it the word flow? Because, as I mentioned, they're grounded shoes, which has to do with electrical flow. Got it? Now you understand why it's called Bahe. All right. So, as I mentioned, it's a barefoot grounded running shoe. So, first, what does barefoot mean? We're going to talk about barefoot. All right. As you know, if you've been on this channel for a while, the 4 barefoot shoe values are all intact in this shoe. First, 0 drop from heel to toe. It's a perfectly flat surface, no heels, no toe springs in the front, nothing. It's a flat surface to stand on, just like your body was designed to stand on, okay? Secondly, no arch support on the inside. Your arches are strong the way they are unless you weaken them by falsely supporting them for years and years and years and decades. And if you've done that like I did for most of my life, you're going to need to strengthen them back up by getting rid of your arch supports and letting your feet slowly adjust and re-strengthen because they've been atrophied after all those years of disuse, okay? So 0 drop, no arch support. Those are the first 2. And then you have shoes shaped like a human foot. I know, what a novel concept, but shoes shaped like a human foot. Anatomically foot-shaped shoes, not this pointy nonsense that most of the conventional shoes are doing. Excuse my notes flopping around here. I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to give you a lot of info here on this video. So, shoes shaped like a human foot, and then typically thin, flexible soles with good ground feel. Now, that does vary to some degree from dress shoes to hiking boots. Sometimes you need thicker, sometimes you need stiffer, sometimes you need whatever. But generally, compared to conventional shoes, barefoot shoes are thinner and more flexible than your average shoe. Now, most running shoes, you probably can't get them quite that good, all right? And here's what I call the hot dog bun test, where you roll it this way, and then we do twisty tests here. We like to do the wavy tests around on my channel. Whoa, you guys always love that test. All right, and basically so that your foot can move all the ways that a human foot needs to run. You know, you're out running. Whoosh. Your foot can do what it needs to do. If you put a stiff concrete block on your feet, they're not going to be able to move the way they're designed to move. You're not going to stay in touch with the earth and move the way you're designed to move. All right, so that's barefoot shoes. Now, what does grounded shoes mean? Grounded means your body is in direct electrical contact with the earth. So if you were to take your shoes off and go barefoot in the grass, in the dirt, on the rocks, you are in one electrical circuit with the earth. I know this sounds weird, and most people don't think about it. I've done some other grounding shoe reviews here on the channel, so I've been looking into it for a while. I know it sounds a little woo, okay, but there actually are studies that show that this is true and that there are benefits to grounding. Okay, so what are some of the benefits? Increased blood flow and oxygen delivery to your body, which results in better performance, quicker recovery, reduced inflammation, and decreased cortisol, which is your stress hormone, which results in better sleep, reduced stress and anxiety, and an overall sense of well-being. So, I mean, that sounds like a lot, right? I'm not talking snake oil, okay? But anything you can do that's going to benefit you, your body and your health makes sense. So why is that? Because we build up a lot of excess positive charge in our body through wearing synthetic materials and walking around in the concrete jungle and being separated from the earth, right? So anything that can put you in direct contact with the earth, electrical flow balances you out, keeps you balanced the way you should be, has all these positive results, and there are studies that show this, so take it for what it's worth, okay? If you're into grounding, you're into earthing, that's already enough reason to get this shoe. If you're into barefoot shoes, boom, there's another reason to get into this shoe. All those other things we talked about. Also, if you're into running, if you have a trifecta of all three of those things, this is your only option in the world, as I mentioned. You need to get a pair of these shoes. All right, so now we'll talk more generally about the shoe. It is vegan. No animal products used. No animals were harmed during the making of this this footwear. All right. There are 4 color options. The one you're looking at here is called Forest. To me, it's more of an olive, but it's called Forest. It's green. And, you know, when I look at the pictures on the website, it looks way more pale than this. But when I get it, it's a rich, beautiful olive green. I really love it. I like it much. I was so happy when I opened the box and actually saw it with my eyes instead of looking at it on my computer screen. It looks so cool. And then they also have Eclipse, which is black. They have Frost, which is white, and Sandstone, which is, you know, obviously like a beige color, beige tan, whatever you want to call it. Okay, what's the stack height on these shoes? Stack height, for those of you that are new to barefoot shoes, is the total thickness that stands between the ground and the surface that your foot is touching and standing on. 10 millimeters on this guy. That is, though, including 2.5 millimeter lugs on the bottom, and then a, 4 millimeter in the middle? 4 millimeter outsole, and then a 3 millimeter removable insole. Now, you can pull the insole out. So if you take that out, now you're down to 7 millimeters, really 6.5. So that's a pretty decent shoe. Now, the reason it's not the thinnest of all barefoot shoes, it's a barefoot running shoe. And if you're out here running in the concrete jungle, you're going to probably want a little bit of cushion under your feet, at least a little bit, right? And the other thing that's good about having a little thicker insole like this is great for people transitioning to barefoot shoes because you still have a little bit of cushion while you're getting used to barefoot shoes. Not to mention grounding and running and all the other things that you can get out of the shoe that you can't get from another one, all right? So while I got this insole out, I'm going to talk to you about their ground flow system. Now, how does it, I talked a minute ago about how if you had bare feet and you're in contact with the dirt, with the grass, with the rocks, how it makes perfect sense then that you would be in electrical contact with the earth and all that stuff. How can you do that with shoes on? Boom. The ground flow system from Bahé, meaning flow. You see this threading on the insole? It is conductive thread. Now, there's some other companies out there that do it. I've reviewed a couple of them on the channel here. And so that's conductive threading. It conducts electricity. And also on the inside of the shoe, you can see it way down in there. You see the threading is in there as well. So it conducts from the insole to the footbed and through they found out a way to conduct it through the soles of the shoe into the earth. And it's been not only I've seen people just demonstrate simply on videos how you can take like a voltmeter or whatever it is and test your electrical flow without shoes on the bare ground and see that it basically zeroes out to a perfect circuit. And if you put shoes on, now you have a positive charge in your body. But if you wear these shoes, you're back to that perfect electrical contact. And these have actually been lab tested to be as conductive as human skin. That's as good as it gets, guys. It's just like being barefoot on the earth. Now, you can't get that on blacktop or standing on top of your house, okay? But if you're standing on grass, you're standing on dirt, you're standing on rocks, you're in perfect electrical contact with the earth, you're grounded, you're earthed, okay? What else? They're lightweight. They're 10 ounces per shoe in a size UK 8. Of course, that varies a little bit more as you get bigger sizes, or smaller sizes, it gets smaller. They have a water-resistant finish on the material. Now, it's like a meshy, sort of breathable thing, so it's water-resistant, not waterproof. You want your feet to breathe, right? Generally, when you're running. All right. They also have on that footbed and insole, they have a probiotic anti-smell treatment on it, and it fits true to size. It is pretty wide. It's not the widest, but it's not even in the middle of the barefoot shoe spectrum. It's more upper end. So in this particular model, it's a US men's 11, 10.8 centimeters. I took the insole out, measured it, 10.8 centimeters, and it does have good flexy sides. So if you have a little extra width, like I'm 11 centimeters across, these are going to be great for me, great for you. What else? Sustainability. I wanted to talk about that. I mentioned to you that the footwear designer Alex Ward, who designed these, has a passion for sustainability. I have to read these to you because I'm not going to remember. The upper and the lining is made from 30% recycled polyester. So recycled polyester. And the insole is made from 72% corn polymer. From corn. And the soles are made from 65% natural rubber. Not rubble, rubber. Right? So they use a lot of recyclable products, plant-based products, vegan. It's no animal products. Sustainability is high on the priority list with this company's values, okay? What else to tell you? The price, okay? You're going to want to know the price. It's $192, but if you use my link down below, or my coupon code, whatever's in the video description there, I think it's Barefoot Shoe Josh, gets you 10% off. That's like 20 bucks off. So boom, you just saved 20 bucks. You're welcome. All right, use my link and get yourself a pair of these. If you're into grounding, if you're into running, and you're into barefoot shoes, this is your option right here. Grab it up, take them while they're hot. I'm gonna show you these on my feet. I'm gonna give them a few running tests. I'm gonna come back with my final conclusion, my final thoughts on the shoe. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back with my concluding thoughts on the Bahe Revive. I've been wearing them for several days now. Many walks, several runs, close to 20 miles on them right now in these last few days, and they've held up beautifully. I haven't found any hot spots or weird, uncomfortable areas, you know, that have developed after wearing them a few times. Plenty of width at 10.8 centimeters on the US men's 11, and my feet are 11 centimeters, but, you know, comfortable flexy sides that give you a little extra width if you need it. Plenty comfortable for me. Like I said, they didn't feel tight or squeezy or restricting or constricting in any way. Nice and breathable. Surprisingly lightweight at 10 ounces per shoe. I did notice that actually when I was walking and jogging around a few times. Like, man, these things are light. It's nice and light. Sustainable materials. Good company. Welcome to the mix, Bahe. If you need a grounded barefoot running shoe, if you need that combination, or just grounding, or just a barefoot running shoe, in any of those cases, whether you're new to barefoot shoes or been around a while, this is a great shoe. Great option. Grab yourself a pair. If you want to save 10%, use my information down below. That's the video. That's the review. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.